And a good Sunday evening, my friends. Welcome to Joe's Old Time Radio Show. And for the next couple of hours, we'll be going back in time to the golden days of radio. I'm talking about the 1930s through the early 1950s. And on this week's program, I'm going to be highlighting some shows celebrating Halloween. Halloween is coming up this Thursday here in the United States and across the world, of course. And I have two broadcasts from the Jack Benny Show coming up for you, as well as the famous War of the Worlds broadcast from Orson Welles from 1938, all coming up. So sit back, relax, bring the kids around, because this is a family-friendly program, and hope you enjoy it. And our first stop on the Jelly Show, the episode entitled The Divine Farm. Now, the show opens with the usual commercial, and yet another yummy Jell-O recipe by Dawn. Rochester helps Jack get the party preparations finished up with plenty of stingy jokes. Mary reports that pesky neighborhood kids are doing some friendly Halloween pranks on Jack. Rochester has help from his brother September. Now, the whole time, Jack's miserly nature comes out in full force, which is typical of the Jack Benny Show. Kenny talks about his crazy Halloween pranks. Kenny sings. The night is filled with music, and Phil arrives with a girlfriend. Now, once Dawn arrives and plugs Jell-O, the party can begin in earnest. Gotta love those old party snacks, you know, and of course, you couldn't do it without Jell-O back in those days. And as Jack still tries to figure out where he saw Phil's date before, Andy Devine pops in. Now, after some mishaps with the festivities, Phil sings a few lines of "What Have You Got That Gets Me?" The rest of the cast takes a turn at singing goofy lyrics to the tune, and the show wraps up. P.S. I'm not sure where the title of the show comes from. The theme of it doesn't have much to do with Andy Devine. A more accurate title might simply be Halloween Party. But without further delay, here is the first part of tonight's episode as we go back in time to Joel's Old Time Radio, Jack Benny, Halloween, 1937.
J-E-L-L-O. The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra. The orchestra opens the program with Love is on the Air tonight from Varsity Show. Here's some helpful advice for every woman who likes to keep her family in good spirits. Give them Jell-O for dessert, not just once in a while, but often. For one of the grandest things about Jell-O is the wide variety of ways in which you can serve it. There are 6 lovely, glowing colors to add real beauty to your menus. 6 rich, delicious flavors to tempt every appetite. And there's almost no limit to the different Jell-O dishes which you can prepare. Dozens and dozens of desserts and salads, easy to make, attractive to look at, swell to taste. You'll find definite recipe suggestions on every package of Jell-O. Just be sure you get genuine Jell-O and don't accept any substitutes. For there's only one Jell-O, and only Jell-O brings you that delicious, extra-rich fruit flavor. Ask your grocer for Jell-O. That was Love is on the Air tonight, played by Phil Harris and his orchestra. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you that prominent comedian, musician, and after-dinner speaker, Jack Benny.
Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking, and thanks, Don, for finally giving me a legitimate introduction. But no kidding, how did you happen to mention that I was an after-dinner speaker?
Well, Jack, you know, I heard your speech at the Eddie Cantor anniversary last Thursday night, and I thought you did a swell job.
Well, thanks.
Of course, I did think your voice sounded a little strained and unnatural.
Well, I'll tell you, Don, they called on me right in the middle of the dinner, and I had to talk through a Brussels sprout. But that was quite an affair, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, Jack, and a great gesture to a great comedian. Yeah. And I think Eddie Cantor deserves that tribute.
Oh, so do I, Don. But, of course, oh, well, let it go.
Of course what?
Come here a minute, Don. You know what burns me up? I know I haven't been in show business as long as Cantor. I know that. But this is my 4th year with Jell-O, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Jack.
And you'd think that someone would give me a dinner.
Well, who, for instance?
My sponsor, General Foods. Gee, if a food program doesn't think of a dinner, who will?
Now, wait a minute, Jack. You have no complaint to make at all. Jell-O and General Foods have been mighty sweet to you, and furthermore, you've been very well paid.
Look, Don, it isn't the money. There's something beyond dollars and cents. All I want is a little tribute from coast to coast. That's all, a little gratitude.
Hello, Jack. What are you squawking about tonight?
Oh, nothing, Mary. Don and I were just talking about the Eddie Cantor dinner. Were you there, Mary?
Oh, sure. I was there right from the start.
You were? How'd you like my speech?
Well, the service was slow, too.
Oh, I don't know. I thought my speech was funny enough.
You got more laughs when you were eating.
That's so. Well, I was nervous. And who wouldn't be? I was sitting right next to the governor of California, Governor Merriam.
Well, you didn't have to throw your chicken bones on his plate.
I did? Oh, is that why he was glaring at me? Gee, Mary, do you think the governor is sore at me for that?
No, but don't ever kill anybody in this state.
I won't, believe me.
You know, Mary, Jack seems to think that Jell-O ought to give him a dinner.
A dinner?
Yes.
You mean instead of his salary?
No. Don't put any ideas into people's heads.
I think you ought to give our sponsors a dinner for being so nice to you all these years.
Oh, so you're sticking up for them, huh?
I'll say. I know which side my bread is Jell-O'd on.
Hey, that's very clever. Did Kenny help you think of that?
Gosh, no. I never think of anything.
Oh, hello, Kenny. Hello, did you just get here?
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm a little late, Jack, but I was over in the next studio talking to Charlie McCarthy.
Oh, was Edgar Bergen there, too?
No, just Charlie and I.
And you were talking to Charlie McCarthy, eh?
Yeah, gee, is he dumb.
Well, he's supposed to be. He's a dummy.
Oh. Say, Jack, if you think I'm bad, Edgar Bergen came over later, and oh, boy, is he all mixed up.
Why? What happened?
He asked Charlie to sing and put me in a suitcase.
Oh, can you imagine that, Mary? Edgar Bergen thought Kenny was Charlie McCarthy. Gee, if he can't tell them apart, who can?
Don't look at me.
Me neither.
Don't worry, Kenny. We'll find somebody. By the way, Kenny, did you tune in on the Eddie Cantor dinner Thursday?
Yes, and it was a swell program.
Did you hear my speech?
No, I don't think so.
Well, didn't you hear Dr. Giannini or Governor Merriam?
Yeah, which one were you?
Which one was I?
The one who's jealous.
I'm not jealous. All I said was that Jell-O might have done the same for me.
Oh, don't let it bother you, Jack.
Sure, don't let it worry you.
Say, who's worrying about it? Who cares? Say.
You do.
I mean, besides me. Answer the phone, Mary.
Okay. Hello? Yes? Oh, hello, Mr. Campbell. It's for you, Jack Lawton Campbell of General Foods.
Oh, the boss?
Mm-hmm.
Well. Hello, Mr. Campbell. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. How are things in New York? Well, that's good. What? Me? Oh, no, Mr. Campbell. I just felt that Jell-O might give me a dinner. What? No, I'm not hungry, Mr. Campbell. But I just thought that... That's
telling him.
Quiet. Now, look, Mr. Campbell, I'm not tooting my horn. I'm a violin player. Is that so? What? Oh, all right, he wants to talk to you, Mary.
Hello, Mr. Campbell.
Hello, Mr. Campbell.
What? No, Jack feels all right. He's just a little nervous, I guess. After all, he's not a kid anymore.
I'm not, I'm younger than he is.
Nothing, Mr. Campbell. Jack just said that he's younger than you are.
You little traitor.
What?
What did he say, Mary?
He said...
Well, what did he say?
He said you'll age around option time.
That's what I get for appreciating me.
Yes, Mr. Campbell. All right, thank you. Goodbye.
Gee, Mary, do you think he's really mad at me?
No, Jack, he knows you don't mean anything you say.
That's right. Of course, it won't hurt me to look around for something. Well, anyway, I guess it'll blow over. Hey, Kenny.
Yes, Jack.
It's time for your song. How about it?
I already sang it.
You did? Where?
In the suitcase.
Oh, how did it sound?
Not so good. I had my feet in my mouth.
Well, now that you're straightened out, sing it again, will you?
Okay.
Wait a minute, Kenny. Come in.
Telegram for Jack Benny.
Take it, Mary. What are you going to sing tonight, Kenny?
I'm going to sing Rosita.
Oh, that's a beautiful number.
Jack, this wire's from the Western Costume Company.
Western Costume Company. What does it say?
It says, Dear Mr. Benny, stop worrying about Cantor's dinner and return that full-dress suit.
Oh, that slipped my mind. Sing, Kenny. I must send that right over.
Oh, my precious one, hear my song, I implore you. Soul of my soul, hear my gay serenade. Deep in my heart, I always will adore you. I love but you, my Rosita, my own. Up to my love goes my song floating airily, borne on the wings of my heart in its flight. And from her eyes comes the answer right merrily, seeming the voice of the fanciful night. Soon in my arms her lips are pressed with kisses burningly, and once again I sing my love song to her yearningly. Maiden so gay, with cherry lips and radiant flashing eyes, answer my love, awaken to my pleading serenade. Oh, my precious one, hear my song, I implore you. Soul of my soul, hear my gay serenade. Deep in my heart, I always will adore you. I love but you, my Rosita, my own.
That was Rosita, sung by Kenny Baker. And, Kenny, I don't know how it sounded in that suitcase, but out here it was swell.
Thanks. You know, there's one nice thing about you, Jack. You always compliment me after my song.
Well, Kenny, I only do it because you deserve it. You're really a great delineator of songs.
Yeah.
Well, you are.
Jack, what does delineator mean?
Well, Mary, it means, delineator means, it means, well...
Yeah.
Oh, I know